Hey everybody, and welcome back to our Dark Souls 2 Revisited playthrough on the PC. This is episode number 10. And despite the fact that I'm actually, excuse me, pretty sick, we're going to push through this. I'm not going to be able to edit out all of the throat clearing, coughing, and sneezing, but to the best of my ability, if it gets bad, I will try to mute the microphone. So you'll hear this little click noise, and that's me turning the microphone off and back on. So if the audio commentary stops for brief periods of time, well, now you know why. Basically, I think me getting sick was directly the result of working over 50 hours of overtime. That was no doubt what it was due to. And not getting a lot of sleep, working double shifts, extra shifts, working on my days off. So I don't think I've had a day off in like 20 or 21 days, I think. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've actually had a day off. Can you backstab this guy? Not sure what just happened there. My character just seemed to become unresponsive briefly. Oh, shoot. Really? That was weird. I seem much better able to accommodate for the game's differences in roll timing and controls than I used to be. In many cases, I think right there that would have probably gotten me killed, just because I'm not that good at the roll timings and whatnot in this. At least I didn't think I was. Obviously, I think we have to go around to the other side there. But at least we took out the Necromancer, if that's what it's called. So I was hoping to get some of that cold and flu therapy hot drink. Unfortunately, I ran out. I only have the nighttime version, which has Benadryl in it, which can cause me to be drowsy, and I can't take that. So I'm going to have to settle for the cough syrup version of it, and then just have some hot mint lemon tea. What I may actually do is get some hot chicken broth and drink that. That's actually a little strategy that not a lot of people employ. I think a lot of Americans will drink, or eat, rather, will eat chicken soup when they're sick. It's kind of a traditional thing to do in the U.S. I don't know if it's outside the U.S. or not. But what people don't realize is that what makes that so good for you when you're sick, or at least so pleasant to consume, is that it's a very hot liquid. It's the hot broth portion of it. It's not so much that you're eating the chicken or the noodles or anything. So you can actually just get chicken broth and heat it up in a pan and eat that. Drink that, and it's pretty good when you're sick. You know, hot liquid going down your throat, soothes your throat. Merciless Rowena. Oh, okay, I forgot about her being here. Let's get away from this very narrow ledge. I think she has magic, right? Wow, I actually got that parry. Maybe I'm getting better at these parries. Maybe I'm getting better at these parries than I thought I was. Merciless Rowena has been vanquished. A Priestess Skirt. By the way, guys, if the day that I'm recording this, which is October 18th in the United States, it is, what is it in Japan right now? Is it October 19th in Japan? Yes, I do believe it is October 19th in Japan. It is officially, according to the Japanese people on Twitter, it's officially Miniskirt Day in Japan. That's why they have the Miniskato no Hi Twitter hashtag, which literally translates to the day of miniskirt, or miniskirt day, really. Oh, look at these punks trying to kill me. Oh, he's off in the distance. I see how this little trickster is. But I have a little strategy for that. It's known as run away. No, it's known as a bow. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. What did I just do? I didn't lock on, that's what I did. Okay. Oh, shoot. I got carried away there. I just got careless and started shooting with no regard for what was around me. Like, I could do it. Oh, wow. Look at him. What does he have on him? Oh, sorry, I'm too busy watching him. Is that a crown? It is a crown. I am really curious as to if that has any meaning. in most games, hang on, let me get rid of my tea bag here. Lemon mint tea. It's one of my favorites. Very delicate flavor though. What I think would make it even better is if I took one of my lemons from my fridge and squeezed in a little bit of actual lemon. Lemon and tea is just really awesome. It adds a lot to it, and I think it helps when you're sick because the acidity may help kill the germs or at least soothe your throat a bit. Hang on, why are those skeletons dead? Did I actually kill the necromancer before they revived? Maybe, maybe not. Alright, I think this is the... yeah, this is the dead end. Combustion and Titanite Shard. Combustion is nice if you need it. Titanite Shard, you know, I feel like you would be beyond the Titanite Shard point at this point in the game. Like, who still needs Titanite Shards other than for upgrading secondaries? But when it comes to upgrading secondary weapons, you should really just give them access to a place to purchase those materials or an easy place to farm them rather than just have a handful spread throughout the game world. That's my opinion, of course. It is right. It is the right opinion, but other people may have different opinions. And when they have those different opinions, they would also be known as wrong. Alright, let's go this way. Nope, we already went that way, so we went both ways. Okay. Well, back here to the boss. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's not go to the boss yet. Let's go unlock that bonfire room. Because I really don't want to go in there with only 3 Estus flasks. And again, right here, it's like, no, no, you could just, look, you could just walk over that. Look, I understand if you put an obstruction that would require the character to have really good climbing skills. Still, someone could be like, oh, you know, the character could climb that. But you could look at it and go, well, realistically, that is kind of an obstruction, and you could argue that it would be difficult to climb. But in that case, I mean, these obstructions that block your path in Dark Souls 2 are so minor that your character can literally just walk over them. Just lift his leg up and walk. It doesn't even have to climb. Wouldn't even have to use his arms. Just lift the leg up and walk across. And in that case, it's like, come on, that's just ridiculous. You need to make the obstruction more significant than that. In the case of that spot right there where the rocks had tumbled down, why not just have it be a gate like this? But no keyhole or anything. You know how there's some places in the game, and like in Dark Souls, where they're just iron bars and it's really clear that it's not a door? It's just a complete obstruction. This is a guy that doesn't like Pate. I have never actually followed his and Pate's storyline through all the way, believe it or not. I don't think I've ever seen it go all the way. Fist pump gesture. Alright, what else does he do for me? Anything else? No, okay, just repeats himself. And let's go to Majula to use what we have. I think that medicine is helping out because already I can feel my nostrils starting to open up. A lot of people don't realize, and this is totally not game related, but that this is my style when I do playthroughs commentary. It's all live commentary, so I usually don't plan much, if anything, to talk about. Unless I give myself a subject matter. And this, I guess in this series, the subject matter is reevaluating Dark Souls 2. But there's not always a ton of stuff to talk about all the time. Let's see here. We have Titanite Shards, so that will give us 3, and that will give us 4. So we'll go with that. Just getting the best bang for our buck when it comes to that in terms of the most defense, the most additional defense. See, in this case, I would gladly buy a longsword and upgrade it as far as possible by buying upgrade materials, but he stops selling them. They have a limit for what, in my opinion, is no good reason. There's no good reason to restrict access to Titanite Shards. I mean, you only get a weapon up to +3 with a Titanite Shard. That's no big deal. I mean, really, you're at a point in the game where players should be at +6 or higher, and you're going to worry about them having unlimited access to getting to +3? I mean, why is that a concern of yours? Why do you feel the need to limit their ability to get things to +3? I just don't get it. I don't see it as a balance issue at all. I don't see it as a balance issue if they buy an unlimited supply of Titanite Shards. I really don't. I don't see how anyone could see it as a balance issue, to be honest. Okay, we're continuing to push adaptability upward in the hopes of getting 105 agility, and then we will hopefully go ahead and stop there. I'm not going to guarantee we'll stop there, but the plan at this time is to stop there once we hit 105 agility. I like to dump off items I never plan on using, just so that I don't have to worry about a cluttered interface. I don't really plan on using that, or that. I generally don't use Divine Blessings, but I'll hang on to it just in case. You never know when you might need it. These temporary defenses and whatnot, you know, and buffs, yeah, I guess, you know, at some point or another I might find them useful, so I'll hang on to them. I really don't use that, but I'll hang on to it just in case. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Get rid of that. We don't plan on using that right now. Okay. Nope, not going to use the Bandit's Knife, the Broken Straight Sword, or the Broadsword, or the Vangarian Sword, or the Drangleic Sword, Falchion. Actually, I think we'll get rid of most of this stuff. Leaving only a few, and I'll keep this just in case, like I just want to shoot some bolts for some reason. This will never go into, so I'm not worried if that gets cluttered or not. We have the secondary knight set as another piece of armor, just in case, you know, we break the elite knight set. That way we have something else to put on. Boost attacks when HP is low. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got rid of all the useless items that I don't really plan on using. The useless rings. Fire Seed strengthens Pyromancy Flame. You know, I'm curious as to, is there a lot of value in Pyromancy if you don't upgrade it? And I really don't know the answer to that. I know with some things in some of the Soul series or Bloodborne or whatnot, like, you can still get a decent amount of damage out of something even if you don't invest any points into it. Or invest any upgrades into it. So it could still have some utility use. In this case, I don't really know if that's the case. Alright, is this the direct path across to the boss? Ooh. Another thing they do in this game is they have enemies recover and attack you very quickly, in some cases faster than you can recover from your attack. Which, I mean, isn't always terrible. I'm not saying it's completely imbalanced. It's just, to me, I find it a little frustrating. Let me fully explore this area because I want to be able to pick up as many upgrade materials as possible. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, he's already running. Oh. I hate this. I hate the lizards in this game so much. I hate them so much. I hate them. They're so frustrating. Roll. Bye-bye, Mr. Slidey. And off the ledge he goes. Okay. Yeah, for those of you that didn't hear it when I talked about it earlier, the reason they got rid of the Havoc engine is because of that stupid reanimate corpse spell. That alone is pretty much the only reason they didn't go with the Havoc engine. And I suppose they probably saved some money not having to license it, but the amount of money it costs to license it, come on, it can't be that much to actually make it a big deal. Is that just going back to where we came? I want to fully explore as much as possible. Not necessarily every area, everywhere, but when it's not too difficult. And yeah, I'd like to go around, grab all the items and whatnot, and just kind of see what's out there. Okay, yeah, that takes me back to that other side I was at. I crossed that little bridge there when I went through the cave path. I love it that they have multiple pathways like this one. They don't do it very well very often in this game. And actually, they don't do it that well in any of the Souls games, I guess. I mean, they do it well in certain spots, but it seems like it's very... Oh, come on now. Come now. Why you have to be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Rogue armor. I feel like they could have done better in all of the Souls games, creating multiple pathways to go to the same place so that you can go back and take a different pathway. Or you can try to decide for yourself which pathway you find the easiest. I guess that's another player. I'll summon that. Notice the game stuttered for a minute. I kind of had a momentary panic worrying, like, is the game gonna crash? By the way, I back up my save file before I start each of these playthrough episodes just to make sure we don't lose any progress. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be an HD texture pack mod for this game. I've looked and I've looked. I don't see one anywhere. I wish someone would make a full HD retexture of all the, at least most of the textures in the game. But, you know, whatever. I guess they're not going to. Let's do this. Where to ya S? Oh, that's one down. 2 to go. Now I'm going to focus on these little dudes that pop up around here. Where are they? Yeah. I actually really like this boss fight. I think it was done well. They give you places to hide. They give you ample opportunity to see these enemies appearing. I think they did it fairly well. I think they did it as well as you can do a multi-part boss like this. You know, you can get away from these enemies as well, the roly-poly dudes, by just kind of getting behind pillars, and you know, they did it right in my opinion. They did it right for once. A lot of the multi-bosses in this area are just bad, in my opinion, or in this game, not area. Sorry. Oh, I rolled in the wrong direction and then attacked and. The controls in this game sometimes drive me nuts. Oh, I didn't know you could backstab that guy. That's funky. I didn't know you could backstab the bone wheel skeletons. I actually think this is done well enough to the point where it feels fairly balanced, whether you have a summon or not. If you have 2 summons, it feels way too easy. If you have 1 summon, it's easier, but not so easy that you can just steamroll it. I mean, I'm pretty high level and fairly upgraded for this area at this point. But it's also balanced enough to where I feel like you can tackle it solo and not feel totally outnumbered. Alright. When I first saw that boss, I thought for sure I was going to hate it. But nope, that wasn't the case. You know, the other question I have to ask is, why is this up there? And why do you have to pull a lever to bring it down? It's literally 100% pointless to have it up there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it serves no purpose being up there. So why would you have a platform that just goes up? I mean, unless it's to prevent people from invading, you know, kind of like a drawbridge on a castle. But that obviously doesn't seem to be the point here. I mean, what is the point of coming out of the boss fight then letting that thing down? I mean, I would understand if you're opening up an area that you can get to from the other side and you don't want people coming from one side to the other. But I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like there are a lot of nonsensical paths in this game. And the other thing too I find just really stupid is this mandatory pit right before you get to the bonfire. It's like, what? I just don't understand why you would do that. Like, what's the point? Mandatorily make them suffer some poison just to get out from the bonfire? Alright. Do I have any upgrade materials? I keep hitting the wrong button. 1 Titanite shard, which I don't think is enough to upgrade anything, but let me check real quick. I do need Titanite chunks, that's what I really need.
Even you?
Nope. Okay. Please tell me we can get to 105 agility. That would be very nice. Not have to worry about adaptability anymore.
Less.
Yes. Alright. Very excited for that. Let's see. That gives us 2. That gives us 2. We'll do dexterity, because like I said before, dexterity also boosts the damage we'll do with our bow, which as of yet we haven't upgraded because I don't really want to upgrade a short bow. I'd rather have a long bow or a special bow or something else. We'll take this pathway, even though we do have access to that other area. I can't think of what it is. The area in the caves with the dwarf-looking dudes. Oh, Jeez, I can't think of what that is. Let's see if this dude's summon sign is still here. I would like to summon him. Making sure we have the right rings equipped. Okay. Hey, lady, you give us some upgrade materials, don't you? Or at least sell them to us.
But now, many of...
But of course, they had to limit hers as well. For whatever reason.
I've said...
I just drain all their dialogue options rapidly. Reinforces equipment.
I suppose.
I think she'll continue to sell those regardless, so I'm not going to worry about buying them right now. She'll be back at Majula. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I save myself from getting poisoned? Or did I get poisoned? Yeah, I guess I did. Or it went away. I don't know. Anyway, we're not poisoned now. That's the most important thing. Any more summon signs? No. I would like to leave my summon sign out more often. The only thing is I don't really progress in my own game when I do that. And the point here is for me to progress. I guess you could jump down there. I don't think that would kill you. Let's go ahead and put one of those on our bar down here. I like the skeletons everywhere. The idea that they all died, probably from poison, we would imagine. I tend to spam my way through items in this game and in Demon Souls. In both this game and Demon Souls makes it way too easy to just spam through the menu and not even realize what item you picked up. Whereas in Dark Souls, I think there's like this mandatory little moment where it gives you just enough time to see it even if you're spamming the action button. Drinking some more of my mint tea. You know, there's something about being sick where, I mean, there's almost an element to it where you just kind of relax, drink some hot tea or something. It's almost relaxing. It's like, oh, I'm sick. Now I can kind of go into this different mode. And it sucks to be sick, but at the same time, you know, it does kind of force you to slow down and just kind of take it easy and become more aware of the feelings in your body. I know it sounds kind of silly, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I can't tell how long this effect lasts, so... come here, buddy. I got something for you. Just as long as you don't parry me. Deal? Okay. Can I take him out with arrows alone? No, then he... Well, I can, but he shoots that little thingy at me. Let's see if that'll hit me where I'm at. No, okay, that's good. That's the good news. They can't seem to aim it up very much. I used to think that if you held it for longer, you did more damage. But it doesn't really seem to be the case. It just depends on where you hit the guy. But I think that would be a better idea for a bow. Like, the longer you hold until you pull all the way back, the more damage it does. You know, like a real bow. If you let the arrow go at an early point of tension, it'll fly at a slower speed and thus do less upon impact. It'll go into an enemy or target, or be more likely to bounce off a target or to do less damage to the target. Does this cure poison as well? Yeah, it does cure poison. Oh, that's what I meant to use. Gosh darn it. No wonder it didn't seem to be... Okay, so I wasted one of those. No biggie, I guess. And I guess you can buy them from, what's his name? Titanite Shard. Again, this is an area where you would need more than just a Titanite Shard. Oh, whatever. Let's just suffer poison and cure it afterwards. Titanite Chunk, finally. That's what we need. That's what we've always need. Holy crap, look at that poison. It's like a toxic effect. Dim dare like that. Dim dare toxicness. We're gonna use it now. Don't wait. Okay. And a life gem. See, I always heavily favor using the lowest life gem possible. And I tend at the end of the game, when I've completed it, have a ton of the more powerful life gems on hand because I just don't want to use them for whatever reason. I think this guy might be able to hit us from up here with that attack. We'll see. Yeah, yep, sure can. Okay. That was very nasty. That was a very nasty hit right there. Oh, now he attacks. Oh, he's no chance he's gonna get me up here, right? Right? So now we can hit him for free. I'm okay with that big dark circle doing a lot of damage like that, simply because it moves so slow. You can see it coming from a mile away. It has a very slow windup before it releases. He's pretty slow at shooting them. And it looks menacing. Like when you see that thing coming at you, it just screams, hey, this is gonna hit and this is gonna hit hard. So in that case, it makes sense. It's not like it's some little tiny, you know, pea shooter type weapon that suddenly does massive damage for no reason. Let me see if he can hit us from up here or if he just miss. Yeah, he'll miss too, okay. Oh wait, I keep forgetting about the dude on the top. I do more damage if I hit him, right? Oops. Or not. I thought you did more damage if you hit the dude at the top. Apparently you don't, okay. That would make sense, though, if you did a ton of damage by hitting that dude that's controlling him. Oh, well. I would say make it so that if you can hit the dude that's on top, you kill him in like 2 or 3 shots, instead of having to have these massive amount of shots. Alright. We took the cheesy way out. And not ashamed to admit it. What's over there? Nothing, probably. I know there's a secret in here somewhere. I think we just have to break through a fake wall. Oh, they do drop something. Red leech troches. Oh, this has to be opened. It certainly looks like it's something you can break open, but you can't. It has to be opened with a lever. If you hear some dogs barking, that's because my wife's getting home, so that's that. Don't worry about it. We have 2 dogs. One of them hardly ever barks, and the other barks like crazy. And of course, the one that barks like crazy is the smaller dog. Something about tiny dogs. They have like tiny dog syndrome where they just bark like mad. Like they need to bark as much and as loudly as possible. And then you got the huge dogs that just kind of look at you menacingly, and they're like, they don't need to bark. They're terrifying without the bark. Okay, so as a general rule, I'm not going to say that I was wrong about Dark Souls 2, because I don't think I was wrong on many of the points I made. Was I always fair? No, I wasn't always fair to the game. But was I lying or was I completely misrepresenting it? I don't think I was. I think it's got a lot of problems, and I think those problems are significant. And I think the basic feeling of the controls is just really sloppy and floaty and awkward, and I don't like it. But I would say that I'm now enjoying it a lot more than the first few times I played through it, and I think it has to do with a couple things. Number one is I've taken so much time away from it, and I'm coming back to it with a more fresh perspective, so all the frustrations of earlier are not feeling like they're compounding. And number two, and probably the bigger thing, is that when I went into it, I already knew exactly what I was getting into. Like, I'm already just 100% aware of all the issues and complaints I had of the game. Oh, so it still hit me. Okay, that's odd. So those things have a bigger hitbox than what they appear to have. Again, that's always a bad thing. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to have him break that? Alright, I see. I see how it is. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this poison area, get all the treasure that we can, and then we will homeward bone back. Rotten pine resin. What they really need to give you here is some common fruit and poison moss. That's really what they should be giving you here, because that's what you need. They should give you at least a couple. Okay, that's the ladder. Let's see here. I don't remember this being so hard to see through. Well, I guess it is. Was there nothing else down there? Oh, shoot. Not that way. Let's go back to the bonfire and then come back again and try it again. But actually, we could do this part with a significant chance that we'll die because, you know, this area is basically an ambush. I remember this being really difficult before, but I have a feeling I'm not going to find it as difficult as I did last time. Shoot. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to go this way. Oh, did you see that little tiny, like, half-inch elevation that was keeping me from rolling? Nope, I rolled that one. Game just didn't respond in time. What I'm going to do is take out all but one of them and then use the last one to break open those areas. Okay, hello? Yep. Dark Souls 2 at its worst. Completely unresponsive at times. Like, your character finishes an animation, and they just kind of sit there like a total idiot, completely unable to do anything for about a half second after the animation completes. It's unbelievably frustrating if you're expecting responsive controls. Even if when you're expecting it like I was, it's just an absolute frustration. Seeing that your character just stand there like an idiot, doing absolutely nothing, being completely unresponsive because, you know, lack of responsiveness, and the animation has to not only complete, but it has to be this yeah, see right there, that awkward period afterwards where you just stand there doing nothing with the animation completed, being unresponsive because, I don't know, difficulty. Alright. Let's go up here. Alright, now we can kind of narrow them out in this little platform. That'll be better for us. And then we can get them to break these things open right here. Oh shoot. Really? Did you need to put that little guy right there? Totally unnecessary, dude. Anything else to break here? Yeah, one more. Don't fall. Don't fall, I need you to come over here. There you go. No, don't block, break. Oh, and I always forget about guard break. I forget that exists. Will you jump down? Yes, you will. Oh, I got lucky there. I was right between those attacks. Come here, my friend. I got this for you. I need you to break. Oh, I guess I should have gone over there. That's where you already were. Nice. You backhand broke that one. Now do this one. Oh shoot, that was a terrible roll on my part. I can't blame the game for that one. And there's one up here that I forgot. I think, is it possible to break these if you have a really large weapon, like an ultra great sword? Life gem times 5, and the lowest life gem at it, at that. Backstab, or not, okay. Nope, I hit the roll button. The game just didn't want to respond. Alright, that takes care of that little ambush encounter. Not as hard as I remember it being. Probably just because I'm getting a little more accustomed to the laggy, unresponsive controls and the bad timing on them. I'm fairly adjusted to it. And like I said before, it's important to keep in mind that just because you can get used to something doesn't mean it's good or not bad. You can get used to bad controls, but they're still bad. If that makes sense. Let me make sure I've gone through all these and gotten all the items. And again, right here, this idea that you're trapped because, you know, you can't pick your foot up and stand and just walk over those rocks. Let's see. Okay, this is the path out. Fragrant branch of yore. That may come in handy later. We can maybe use that on Strayed, or whatever his name is, and the oh, just absurd. Just ridiculous. And you could see where we actually landed very quickly, but it was an instant kill box right where you landed. The game, yeah, the frustrations and bad design of this game are really starting to come out in this area. And, you know, I never really thought of this area as particularly bad. I was thinking, I've always thought of other areas when I thought of areas that really highlight how bad the game's design is. This isn't necessarily one that would come to mind. I'm not going to bother going back through there. Screw that. I got better things to do. Oh, he won't break it? How does he... Does he have to come up here and hit it directly? Or does he not break that? Oh, he has to do that maybe. Okay. Okay, there we go. I get it now. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that phased right through him. Ooh! Ran out of stamina. I can't blame that last death on the game. But even the stamina mechanic in this game and the way it works leaves you oftentimes just kind of hanging there doing nothing for brief periods of time, just kind of feeling like an utter idiot. There's really nothing here, but I'll grab it anyway. I remember this being like semi-important something in here to me before. Old Knight Great Shield, Old Knight Pike. Did I use the Old Knight Pike at some point? Hang on. No, I guess maybe there isn't anything in here really that important. Oh well. I don't want to run down there. Let's Homeward Bone out. I don't want to waste any more of my poison stuff. I forgot to buy some of that poison moss in preparation for this area. That would have been a good idea. Although, the rate at which it resists the poison isn't really good enough to prevent you from getting poisoned when you run through most of these areas. Is that important down there? You know, it makes you want to think it's important, doesn't it? we'll just go ahead and run our way through this. Chameleon, Soul of a Brave Warrior, neither is really that important. Titanite Shard, really? Really? At this point, you're still using Titanite Shards? Human Effigy, large Titanite, okay, I mean, that's something, you know, that has some value. What, are you kidding me? You can't get up there because of that tiny little difference in elevation? Absurd. Oh, I shouldn't have used that. I was almost over the poison as it was. Oh, I wasted that. I'd almost overcome the poison. What a waste. Oh well. Oh shoot. Let's get rid of this guy who's coming after us first. Or he just fell over and died on his own. Okay. I think he was poisoned is what it was, but that's funny nonetheless. I think there's an Estus Flash shard around here somewhere really close by. I seem to remember that. I don't know why, but I do. Oh shoot, that was bad timing on my part. I thought we could backstab these guys, but lately it seems like my character doesn't even try. Very odd indeed. Oh, this is that. Okay, this is that. Learn the gesture. I don't really know what this covenant does, but I'll join it anyway. Why not? Oh, we got a little bonus thingy for doing that. I guess I hadn't joined that before. Anything over here? Illusory wall? Nah, you're playing with me. You're yanking my chain. That's what I thought. Sure looks like it though. Alright. Yes, the Estus Flask is somewhere up here inside that building. And I think you have to like jump to a little room. I'm trying to remember where it is. Oh shoot, Mr. Poison Face. Yeah, don't break these if you don't have to. There's an item down there. It appears to be an item down there. Can I jump down there? We can always try. Okay, that worked. It's down here. Okay. This is it. This is it. There it is. Awesome. Okay. Got y'all. I guess I'll use a Pharaoh's Lockstone. I don't know what it does. Please tell me this was worth a Pharaoh's Lockstone. I know you can end up getting an infinite supply at some point. Okay, not bad. Poison Bite Ring. That makes some sense, you know, to resist poison in a poison area. Shouldn't the Poison Bite Ring be green? You would think so, but I guess purple's the color of poison here. Well, that didn't work as well as I'd hoped it would. That did not work as well as I'd hoped it would. I was thinking we'd get a ton of resist. It's still stacking. Stop. Stop stacking. You're so close. Stop. 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 No. Ah. Whew. Whew. It's close. And this was the other way in. Okay. Good, good, good. So now I feel good. I feel like we've gotten the Estus Flask, which we needed. And with that, let's Homered Bone real quick. Use it at Majula so I don't forget, and we'll call it at that, guys, because we're at about 45 minutes. We'll go about another minute on this one. I don't want to forget to use the Estus Flask, because that's what I do. I forget to use these things. Swan Bone Dust, Estus Flask, I constantly forget them. Is that an Estus Flask shard? It is. I like how they have her remind you, though. That's actually a pretty cool feature. And you're mandatorily going to keep talking to her because, I mean, well, most people are, because most people are going to level up. Unless you're doing like a no leveling playthrough, then you probably don't need to talk to her. Don't know why I did that. I don't need any levels from her. But we will grab all of the Titanite shards she has to offer. At least all the ones that we can afford, which apparently isn't very many. And upgrade whatever we can. We need one more Titanite chunk to upgrade that to +8. Okay. We can upgrade the gauntlets. Alright, so now we need 2 more Titanite shards for those gauntlets. Let's quickly max that out because there's no reason to hold off on that. I like how pretty much all the bosses give you a boss soul. In Dark Souls, many of the bosses did not bother giving you a soul so that you could pop. I'll buy just 5 for the moment to make sure I have enough to do this upgrade. Oh, now I can do that too. And that. Well, let's do that one. Large Titanite shard. Okay, so now these are all at the large Titanite shard point.
I'll be around.
Let's pop a soul so we can continue to upgrade those. 8,000, that's quite a bit. We'll buy the rest of the Titanite shards, even though I don't think we'll actually need them at this point. Large, yeah, go with that first, obviously. And then that. Okay, that'll give us the most bang for our buck. We just need another Titanite chunk before we can continue with our weapon, unfortunately. And we still don't have a better bow, but when we find it, that will probably be our use for these Titanite shards.
Visit me again.
And then I like to put my character where I was so I don't forget in case you know, a few days pass before I come back. And then we'll be ready to go. One of the longer episodes, we hit about 48 minutes, but that's okay. That's still within our 45 to 50 minutes time frame. I want to thank you for joining me, guys. If you liked it, make sure to like the video. You can dislike it if you want to. A rating's a rating. Leave comments. That really helps out as well. You don't have to favorite or any of that stuff or add it to your playlist, but you can subscribe. I also have a main channel, FoxeoGames, where I do reviews and other game industry commentary. And I have a Twitter account where I love to keep up with everyone. Please do follow me on Twitter. I do respond there. I check my Twitter a lot. I do only follow people that I find genuinely interesting, and either they have to be involved in either generally cosplay or the video game industry. Thank you, guys. As always, I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays, and I will see you next time.